Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of Carlie's Couch. As you can see, I'm off the couch today, and I have a special guest with me.
Hi, hello, everyone.
Yes, she's all talked out because if you've been alive lately, you realize that there's been some game shows happening and some people, and she was on one of those. So we'll get into that today. Super happy to be here, and I usually start the podcast with a question. Questions from the couch. And so my question for you today, Kristina, is what is the most overrated candy?
Oh, gosh.
Or a couple. You can give a couple.
Oh, my gosh. We have a line sister that's going to be so mad at me when I say something like candy corn or...
I like candy corn.
Why? No. Honestly, anything that's chocolate. Like, people are obsessed with, like, Reese's and, like, all of those.
That's
and
like chocolate. That's, like, not, like, real chocolate.
Not, none of it.
You don't like chocolate at all?
None.
Not even, like, pure, like, cacao chocolate?
No. Okay. Dark chocolate. That might be the overrated one.
Oh, okay. Strong words.
Hot take.
Hot take. Look, y'all don't go flame her for this. So the things I saw and the most that I have are, let's see, Smarties, like the dusty ones.
No.
Tootsie Rolls. Someone said Nerds. What else did they say? Someone said Snickers, but I think they might just be peanut haters. Because, like, they're not overrated. I think they're rightly rated. They're fine.
They're fine. No, Smarties is actually underrated. So whoever said
Wait,
that.
the dusty ones?
Yes, that was my mom's favorite candy. And that's all, like, me, my sister, my kids, like, we love us some Smarties. So those are underrated.
Okay, underrated. Let's see. What else was on my list? I should have had it, but my phone is recording. So here I am. Candy corn. People obviously hate candy corn. Yeah. That's a thing. People said fluffs or like the little marshmallow, like Peeps.
Oh,
Peeps. But those, like, that's not really candy.
So basically, any holiday candy is overrated. That's what I'm hearing.
Easter eggs sound. I mean, those,
no.
You like those or no?
No.
Oh, that's what I was like.
Yeah, I was like, no. That's why I
overrated.
said it's literally all holiday candy. If you think about it.
Yeah. What about? Okay, then what's your favorite candy?
Oh, and you know those sour belts?
Yes.
Like the little, strawberry and green apple.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
And the last one, and then we'll keep it pushing, I promise. But Twizzlers.
They're okay.
They're plastic. Y'all are chewing on
gosh.
plastic. And red vines too. Y'all all like to eat plastic and red dye 40. So anyways.
Y'all can flame me for that. No, if we get it as free Halloween candy, I'll eat it.
I wouldn't. I'd throw it straight away. I don't even need it. Okay, anyways. Okay, so
like moving on. I
know who this is. This is my line sister, but Kristina Jackson, tell me about yourself.
Girl, my husband is gonna get you, Kristina Mills, baby.
I know. I wanted you to say that so then you could talk about that. So we can
talk about it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Hello.
I'm teasing you, Richie.
Teasing. Okay.
I mean, Mills Spills, what do you mean?
I know, what was the question?
Tell me who you are. Tell me about yourself. Because to the world right now, you have been on Survivor. You are on Survivor. You were in the top 5 in the finale. But all I see them talk about is you're an NBA coach and a mom and a wife, which is amazing. All of those things are true. However, I feel like there's a lot more about you that they don't know. Like, you were a whole engineer.
Yeah, no, literally. So I think, I'm from Houston. I'm a Southern girl, like, through and through. Southern hospitality, all of it. And like, I literally went to an engineering high school. I got recruited from there on a full scholarship to go to the University of Oklahoma, majored in engineering, was a corporate baddie girly for years before I moved into higher ed. And so, like, I think, like you said, I think people see the label of like, okay, you're a mom now and you're a wife, but there's so much more. I'm like this person that's adventurous. I'm the one that's like, I prioritize friends and family. Like, my husband, love him, but like, you have to have your separate time too. He has to have his boy time. I have to have my girl time. And so, like, I pride myself on just being a good member of my village.
And that is what she is. We met through, like, we went to college together, but we met in Delta. And when I think about, like, the definition of sisterhood, I would say that's Kristina and how she builds villages. It's just her heart. So hopefully y'all got to see some of that on Survivor. And if not, hopefully you get to see a little bit today. Okay, so corporate baddie, wife, mom, engineer, NBA coach, all these things. Let's talk about your 40 before 40 list. Because I feel like that's kind of where the catalyst for everything.
It was. It absolutely was.
So what is the 40 before 40? What is that?
So I just turned 36, but I'll be 40 in 2000 and I don't even know, 29? I probably should know that end date. But I was like, okay, what like, you know, when your life feels a little stagnant, like, and you're just like, okay, I feel like I'm just stuck in this spot. And I just wanted something that was gonna like make me look forward to doing something and like kind of get me out of this like stuck spot. And I said, okay, well, you're about to be 40. Let's do 40 things that big, small, achievable, maybe something that seems like not achievable. And let's knock them off. Like, let's write it down. I always hear people say, write the vision, which I've never done.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Write the vision, make it plain. I've never done that ever. I was like, what is this? Like, you see people with their, you know, their scrapbooking and doing all the like things, and I never. I've done none of that ever. But I was like, let's see what this is about. So I literally was like, okay, these are 40 things that you're going to do before you turn 40. And I intend on doing every single one of them.
Can you share just a few of them?
Yeah. Number one was to read the entire Bible, which, you know, you always start at Genesis and then you stop. And then you stop. And then you stop at Genesis. And then luckily I had line sisters that were like all had the same goal, and we actually knocked that one off last year. The second one was to be on Survivor. But then there's small stuff too. It's like go to a cooking class. I still have not done a cooking class.
Really?
I've never taken one.
What?
So it's just like, I mean, it's small stuff. Like take my dad on his dream trip, take Richie on his. So there's trips. There's very, very small things. My mom wrote a book, and I had never read it. I know, I never read it.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to read her book. So, I mean, it's literally a mix of just very small things, large things. Yeah.
I think that's so special. But also, like, that's so cool. So you've literally never written anything down.
Never.
And you were like, okay.
And I was like, let's see
so
what
accomplished.
happens.
So accomplished. Never wrote anything down. And then all of a sudden it starts writing stuff down and all this stuff starts happening. So let's talk about so the power of manifestation is woo-woo. It's a lot of stuff that I teach and talk about, and Lexi and I have done plenty of episodes on manifestation. But why do you think it's important to write things down? Did you pray about it every day? Was there something behind the scenes that you think also made it happen? Or was it just writing it down and letting it go?
I think it was finally trusting myself, like to do things that I didn't think were possible. I think that was honestly behind it, because when I set out to do this 45-40 list, I said, you're going to do every single thing on here. And that was like, it was non-negotiable. It was non-negotiable. It's like, you are going to do this. And so in doing that, it's tempting to put things that you know are going to be achievable. Yeah. Like, okay, well, I could do that. And I was like, no, you're going to put Survivor on here. This is something that like, I mean, I've watched the show for years, but I never actually like wanted to be on it. And it was just something whispering to me. Now I know that it was my mom, but like it was something whispering to me that was like, hey, you're going to be on this show. And I was like, okay, well then I'm adding this to the list because that means I have to do it. And so I think it was a combo of that. But yeah, it was really just this like feeling like everything I put on this list, I'm going to achieve.
And I like that it's stretch goals, because it is easy to lie to ourselves and feel real good about, I said I was going to go to a workout class on Wednesday. Girl, you know. But like, let's talk about your mom. So you said, I know that one of the other things on your list, and I learned through Survivor, was to share her story on a national platform.
And it happened, which is crazy. But my mom, she was, like I said, an author. She had a PhD. She had a loving family. I mean, we're talking coming from a 2-parent home, married to the love of the life, neighbor down the street, 2 kids, preacher. Like, I mean, when you look at addiction, that's not the picture that you would see.
No.
At all. Absolutely. Someone who had a good job. I mean, a speaker, was in Delta and involved in, like, had sisterhood. So this is not the person that you expect. And I think that is what I really wanted to share, is that addiction can hit anyone, and it doesn't just affect the person, it affects the family as well. It is a mental disease. This is not just someone who can't control something, or, like it is something that is just so pure, and it affects so many more people than we really think. And that's really something that I just wanted to share with the world and get out there, get her story out there, because that's not what you see when you see addiction.
You don't.
You see someone, like my mom, the excuse me, the day that she died, the next day I had to go get her ring out of the pawn shop because my dad wanted her buried with it. We ended up taking it because we're not burying it.
Yeah.
We're not burying the goat. But I mean, this is real. Like, this is real life. Someone who was so, I mean, gone because of the pills and the alcohol that they sold all their stuff just for one more pill, you know? And I just really wanted to share that story and hopefully inspire some people, which I've gotten so many messages because I have been able to share it.
I'm so glad.
And the world knows who Karen is, was, her inspiration,
yes.
everything, and they know it now. And just like, I mean, just being able to share that, there have been people reaching out to me who are in rehab, who went to rehab because they saw that story and they want to be a better mother for their kids, you know? And so, like, just, I wanted to get it out just to show that addiction can hit anyone, but to see the impact that it's also had has been so fulfilling for me.
That is so special. And I think it's so important because, like you said, we only see, like, they'll put unhoused people as the face of addiction, or old veterans and poor people and all this. And it really does affect everybody and the family on such a cellular level. And I think it's hard also for people to separate addicts from what happens in their brain when they get addicted.
Yeah.
It's literally their brain trying not to hurt. And so they're chasing this thing to not hurt because it's so painful. And my mom was an alcoholic. So it's that, but she also had a pain pill addiction for a little while after a surgery. Never had a pain pill, then got an addiction, and then it became very debilitating. And so it's so special that you share that. And I'm so glad you got to share her story because what a woman. What a woman.
You see me, just know that you see me, and like that is a portion.
Okay.
My mom was on Price is Right twice.
Baby,
okay,
listen.
like she was a force to be reckoned with, and they say the good ones go too soon.
And I think that that's probably true because, and not as saying that that had to happen or anything like that, but the way that it happened, look at all the lessons and the growth and the things she left you with too. Yeah. Look what she instilled in you and your family and your dad, you know, just the community.
Just the community. I mean, the host of the show, Jeff Probst, he actually said, the legacy she left is you. And that really touched me on such a deep level because she may not be here in the physical anymore, but her spirit continues to live on through me. Now my daughter, like I already see, which is difficult when you're trying to parent, but like I see the seeds already for what my daughter is going to become because of what my mom planted in me.
And just the house that you grew up in and the house that you and Richie are creating for your kids is just it's so beautiful that they also get to have that legacy.
Yep. Which is so nice. And even past the legacy, just the traditions that my mom instilled in us. And now we're doing it with our kids and they're going to do it with theirs and so forth and so on. And so, I mean, it's beautiful just to see that no matter what, they may not be here in the physical, but they're still here.
Absolutely. When did she pass, if you don't mind?
Yep, April 27, 2022.
2022. And I can imagine how heavy that was. I couldn't imagine until I also lost my mom. And then I called her and was like, I'm so sorry.
Literally months later.
Literally did not know the impact. You don't know until you know. And sorry to anybody watching. I know it's tough. But how did you handle grief?
Man, so it's really interesting because I don't think that I handled it for a long time.
Okay.
My mom, I am her child. Like when I say I am her child, I'm her child. And she was so strong that she taught us no matter what's going on, like there's a moment to process that, but like you got to keep going. Like she would say there's business that needs to be done. And so, I mean, even when she died, it was, I really couldn't even feel it because I was like, we got programs to make. We got this, it was like this checklist. And then you go back and you're like, okay, well now, like I need to make sure my kids are okay. Like, is my dad good? Is my, like my sister okay? Yep. And so you get into this, like this momentum of just always doing that. And you never actually get to sit down and actually process the grief. And so, like, I honestly don't think I handled it. And that was, I think, why on the show it was such a relief. And I think you actually saw me dealing with the grief on there in real time because it was truly the first time that I got to, like, sit down and say, oh, you've had a rough few years. Like, not to mention, like, you lost your mom, but also you had kids back to back in a pandemic. like, and had postpartum depression on top of that. And then you had a lot of families, it was all stacking. And it was the first time that I sat down in silence. You don't have phones. You have nothing out there.
That's like Vipassana. Yeah, literally. Yeah. That's meditation. Y'all spend 5, 10 weeks, whatever, 5 weeks in meditation.
Like literally in meditation. And you're like, oh, okay, I got some stuff to deal with now, on top of playing a game. That's crazy. Yeah. And so, I mean, honestly, and that's not healthy. I know, probably dealing with for 3 years, but yeah, that's eventually I did.
I think, and in the right time, right? Like I remember the episode when you had the outburst, like, I miss my mom. And he's like, what's wrong, Kristina? What's wrong? Yeah. And it's like, but that's the funny part about grief, because I didn't have kids. It wasn't during the pandemic, but I literally called my best friend. I was like, am I a psychopath? Because I haven't cried yet.
Because I haven't cried.
I literally haven't cried. Like, and I made the programs and I literally hadn't cried. And then I was reading a book in a cafe, and there was a part about a mom and a daughter. And when I tell you, I started sobbing. I was like,
it is not convenient. Grief is not convenient. It's not like, okay, well, they just passed, and here now you're gonna cry. Yeah, like there's nothing.
Put ashes on your thing. Yeah, like
no. I've heard from people who are like, my mom's been gone for 15, 20 years, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and I saw an ingredient, and I like broke down.
And I think we carry it with us. It's like love that lives on, like with us. And so it's a beautiful thing, because you're reminded there are happy moments too.
Yes.
Plenty.
Oh my gosh, so many moments. I mean, yeah. There are times where like, okay, Karen would be laughing right now.
Bro.
Karen would be, and you just start cracking up. You start thinking about like, I mean, just anything, like spades. She loves spades, and you'll get like a triple 10 hand, or like low key, like, maybe cheat a little bit. My mom, sometimes her and my partner, her and my uncle used to cheat a little bit.
Let me find out.
Let me give you a quick side tip. Okay, she would hold her ring. She would go like this when she wanted him to play a diamond. So like it would be So watch out for those clues now.
Now I gotta start wearing rings.
But it's like this. Like, so we'll be at a spade table and we're like, she would be doing this right now. So I mean, so it's happy moments too, where you're just like, oh girl, you living on for real.
Man, shout out to her. And that's so cool that you feel like whispers. Are there any signs or things you see that make you think about her?
It's honestly just, how, I'm not comparing my mom to the Holy Spirit, but you know how with the Holy Spirit, it's like this feeling, and you just kind of know what the path is. To me, that's what it is with her, where I just kind of feel that she's looking out for me. So when I'm struggling, when I'm really sad, when I feel overwhelmed, it's almost like you feel this blanket that's just like, you're okay. And that was actually something that I learned being on the show, is that it doesn't have to be a voice. Because I always thought it would be like, literally I would hear it, right? Like Kristina. I would hear, Kristina, hey, I'm with you. And I realized that that's not how it has to show up at all. Like it could just be this blanket that you feel, and now I feel comfortable in being sad or whatever I'm doing, or anxious. Like I don't have to be anxious, because it's like, it's just something that's comforting. Yeah. And I've realized that's how she shows up for me.
Which is so special, and I'm glad you're listening and feel that. That's nice, like to feel that warmth. Okay, so trouble dealing with grief in a pandemic, postpartum. What did mental health look like for you pre-game?
For pre-game, it was really working out. I and I'm not an athletic girly by any means. If you watch the show, you know that.
You try real hard.
I try, and that is very important.
You ain't scared to try, and I think that's one of your gifts.
That's it. But honestly, like just cycling. Like I love like cycle bar classes. Amazing. Like basically being on a Peloton type bike. Yeah. And it literally just like drowns out so much for me. And no matter what I'm going through, I have that 30, 45 minutes of just like being in it. I actually started reading again.
Okay.
Which, I had
besides the Bible.
Besides the Bible, but half of that time was audio too.
I mean, that counts.
It counts. Okay, so I've done audiobooks, but not actually like picking up a book.
Love reading.
And so that was something I was like, oh wait, this is actually kind of good. And it kind of takes me out a little bit. Audiobooks are my favorite though. Like that gets me in the zone.
Yep.
It calms me. And then honestly, just like investing in friends, you know, and like putting the phone down just a little bit. Like going to brunch and like not being on the phone. I mean, really, and just really cherishing like the people that are in your life. And I think even pregame, not even post, because that's, I mean, a whole different level of a village. But pregame, just the people that did know that I was going on the show. Like they, I mean, spent so much time with me and invested with me. I had a friend who dropped everything, made workout plans for me. Like went rock climbing with me, you know, like, and just really like cherishing what people were giving up for me. That actually really calmed me as well.
And I think that's probably healing because you're such a giver and you do that for people. So I'm happy that people showed up for you.
Oh my gosh. And this is crazy that the guilt I actually felt about that for a little bit. I feel like now, I know maybe we're getting a little off topic, but like being on this other side now, like being post game and kind of feeling like I'm in a so much better mental health space. I'm so excited to finally be like the person for other people that gets to show up for other people. Cause I feel like for so many years with everything that's been going on, people have had to show up for me. And I've always felt a little guilty about that. Like, okay, like here I go again. Here I need help again. Or, you know, hey, something else has happened again. And like, and I look back now and I know we just kind of all have seasons in life, but like, I'm so excited now. One, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Like, I cannot begin to tell you how grateful I am for you, for our LSs, for friends, for my village, like everyone that just showed up. But now I'm excited to like give back. Yeah, like now I'm like, okay, guys, I'm good now. What do you need?
And I think that's community though. So I also have guilt because I'm also a giver, but I want to say like, by allowing people to be there for you, you let God work through them.
Exactly.
You let them use their gift. Yeah. And that's part of the give and take of community. So I'm happy there were so many people to fill you and to be there when you didn't have it. But now that you're overflowing.
But now I'm ready. Like, now I'm like, what's happening? I had a friend the other day. She's like, I feel like I'm trauma dumping on you. And I was like, please.
I got space.
Please keep it. Like, what do you need? What you need? I got you.
Which is so amazing. I'm happy to hear you're in a better mental health space. What was your mental health like in the game?
Oh, girl.
Because I've seen interviews where you're talking like your ex, like we didn't sleep, like So what was your like? How did you maintain your mental fortitude? Shout out to Delta.
Hey.
How did you maintain that during this time where you're having all these revelations, you're dealing with grief, you falling sometimes and having rough days and like also politicking? Like,
oh, girl.
How were you taking care of your mental health, or were you?
Honestly, okay, this feels kind of crazy. Nah, it's not. Being near the water really calms me.
It does. That's scientific. It's not
okay,
crazy. That's scientific. No, that's actually scientific. There's a whole book about it.
It really just calmed me. And so there are lessons that you learn out there that you don't even think you're ever going to learn. I mean, we're talking about village, and obviously you all can probably tell that like the village is very important to me. And being out there was the first time ever. Like I thought, maybe I'm gonna have someone that's gonna ride or die with me. And then you realize quickly, like, this is $1 million. Everybody is all bets are off. Okay. Everyone is in it for themselves. And like game and personal are two completely different things. And so I realized quickly, like, oh, wait, I'm by myself for real. And I've never had that feeling. I mean, y'all, ever in my life. Yeah. In my life, I've had to only depend on myself. Never. And I'm blessed. But
what a gift.
What a gift that I've never had to experience that. But being out there, I was like, oh, okay, I'm by myself. And so for me, the mental health was like learning that lesson and really like having to dig deep and find something in myself to support myself. So for me, it was going down to the beach. Like being by the water. There were times I would just be down there just playing by the sand, just like thinking of happy moments. There are secret scenes, deleted scenes or whatever, bonus scenes where I'm just dancing. Like no one's at camp and I'm just in there just like, all right, like you got to cheer yourself up there, and looking at the sunset, looking at the sunrise. Every 20 minutes a shooting star would come by. Every 20 minutes. I mean, you've never seen anything like just... you felt so small in this little galaxy, seeing like
that's a great reminder.
It was such a good reminder. And so like just being able to look up and just like feeling calm. Like, honestly, that was what did it for me.
Oh, that's so special. And it's a gift that you never had to, but also now that you know that you can.
Yeah. Now I know I can.
You can do
and
anything.
I'm like, I can, if I am sad, like, I can actually depend on myself a little bit. Luckily, in the real world, I still technically don't have to because we, again, best village ever. But at least I know that it's possible.
Man, that makes me so excited for you. I just keep like sitting here. If y'all are watching video, I'm sitting here in awe because I'm like, this is so special. And what like a life moment. Okay, so now that you know anything is possible and you know you can depend on yourself, even though you don't have to.
I know.
Did that change any of your 40 for 40? Did you change any, add any, or was all that done?
Yeah. All of it was done.
Okay,
I wrote like everything down already. But it didn't change any of that. If anything, it just gives me more confidence that like, no, you're really gonna finish this list now. Like the hardest one, I mean, debatably, the hardest one. I do have learning a language on there. So
good. What language are you trying to learn?
Spanish, and we hadn't even started, but that's okay.
Okay, we can practice.
We gonna be okay.
We can practice.
I know. Oh, my girl. No, I know a little bit. I know very, very like a little bit, but yeah, like I'm like, okay, you're actually gonna do all of this.
I can actually do all the
things. I can actually do it. Yeah, like maybe I could have 50. I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. How does it feel watching yourself in the episodes? Because I saw you were hosting watch parties. Everybody was hosting watch parties and tagging you. How does that feel?
To y'all.
Yes, we were so hyped all over. Listen, D16 was locked in.
Shout out to everyone, all the new Survivor fans. Like, I appreciate y'all supporting me.
Oh yeah, because I want to say like 90% of the people that we went to school with, that's on our line, didn't even know what Survivor was. None. I had watched the first season and then maybe one other season in between.
Yeah,
one in 49.
Like we're about to go into 50 right now.
And I had only watched that, so I knew a little bit.
No, just everyone that tuned in was like, I was like, oh my gosh, they had their kids. I mean, everyone. So thank you all so much for that. This is going to sound so crazy.
Okay.
I legitimately went on the show for the experience.
Yeah.
And I forgot that it was going to air on national TV. I know that's I know it sounds crazy.
She's like, I'm gonna do this.
I was doing this for me. Like, I didn't really, like I'm not an influencer type. Like I didn't go for the TV part. I went for the experience part. And so like just seeing that first, scenes, like stay tuned for scenes from the new season. I was like, oh crap.
Bro, I was dying the first little clip. She was like, I have 2 kids under 5. This is a vacation.
And I was like, oh crap. And my husband was like, a vacation, huh? Because he just had 5 weeks with the kids by himself.
Shout out to salute to that man.
Yes, he killed it single dad for 5 weeks without even being able to call me. Nothing.
Oh yeah, because I was like,
nothing.
wait, he can't even. Oh wow.
Nothing.
So shout out to your village.
So shout out to the village, exactly. Aww. But I mean, even just seeing that first time, I was like, okay, well. Yep, everything's gonna be out there. First episode, I'm in my underwear and panties. I was like, okay, we are out here, like. And
Booty on TV.
Booty on TV. It was crazy watching myself back, and you notice like little things you do. I'm like, oh, my glasses would be foggy, or like, But
every time you felt, I was like, oh, your glasses, baby.
Glasses every time.
I was like, oh no, the mud. I was like,
everything.
Oh no.
It was so weird watching it back, but also it was hilarious because I didn't realize how much I look like my mom. And so you talk about like little things. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's care.
Every single episode, my facial expressions, everything. I was like, oh Lord, that's my mom. That's my mom. That's her. I was like, oh my God. And so, so it was interesting watching myself back. It was interesting.
It's so cool. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing all kinds of comments like, yeah, she's a mom, but she's mother. People been calling you mother.
Do you know the first time I heard someone say mother, I actually thought it was like, oh yeah, I am a mom. And so I've learned now that's just like,
yes,
yeah,
okay,
no. I got it now. I got it. And
she's catching up.
I appreciate, yes.
And
yes,
they calling you mother. So,
and
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But there are also like a lot of people who project on public figures and on people on TV and they don't know y'all.
Nothing.
But people talking crazy like they know y'all and saying weird things. How are you handling any of the negative stuff you might see? Are you looking? Are you not? Do you care? How do you handle that? Because going from not being on a national television program to, that's a big difference.
It's huge, and there's so many comments that you just don't even, y'all, it's crazy. and you could go on social media and see some of them, but you're not even in my DMs. Like, you don't even see.
I didn't even think about that. The stuff people
you don't even see the
you.
people are like sending you, and it's so hurtful, and it's crazy to me. It's honestly mind-boggling that someone who doesn't even know you, they see 5 seconds of your life on TV, and the hateful things that people can say. And I'm like, also to just type it. Like,
it's crazy.
We made things like I used to watch the show and be like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? But I would never.
Internet gangsters.
Like, go on there and actually like say
That's
it to
so
them.
crazy.
Like, because, we're seeing a snapshot. But what I've really learned through this process, because I would get deep into it. I'd get deep into it and I'd be like, hurtful, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why are they saying this? Am I doing this? I wish I didn't do that. And one, we do have a therapist that the show provides.
Thank God.
So
I did not know. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
That's crazy.
And it would be moments I'm like, hey, we need to talk right now. Like, we need to talk today.
Right now.
But honestly, like, talking with just getting the positive stuff, seeing all the stories that come out, and seeing people that are like, hey, Mom, my family's rooting for you. My wife, my grandma, my mom, they're rooting for you. And these are people that are not on social media. The people that are on social media represent 1%, maybe 5% of the viewership of this show.
Which is amazing.
That touches millions.
Wow.
Millions. And I get so many people like, oh, you're my person's favorite. You're the person. And I try truly to remember that and not the stuff, the 1%. The 0.1% of people that are, doing it on there. And so I'm getting better. I'm not going to say I'm perfect because there's still a few comments where I'm like,
you're human.
But you're ready.
Twitter fingers is ready.
I've deleted so many things. So I'm like, you know what? Not today.
Not today. Good. Don't let it steal your peace.
Yeah, I was like, not today.
I'm glad because I can only imagine because I don't like negative comments and I have 3 followers. Right?
No, it is. No, you really have to drown it out. And then honestly, half of them are probably bots.
And yes, a huge portion. But also, I recently saw a TikTok where a lady, a white man had commented something on her TikTok, was being real racist. She drove up to his work, found him, made him read an apology, and like people forget that they're real people on the other side.
They're real.
Granted, there are a lot of bots, but for the real people out here talking crazy to folks, they're an actual person on the other side. Like they live, breathe, they got kids maybe, they got families, like they're a person, they have feelings.
Very real feelings. Okay. But I'm not about to let y'all get me down.
No. And
that's what I've decided.
Because she's mother.
Decided.
You know what I'm saying? A mother and
a mother.
Because she's both. She can do both things. All right. We're coming to the close, and I'm just going to do a rapid fire of some questions about Survivor. Keeping it real general. Yep. But I heard that there's 3 parts of the game, the social, the strategy, and the physical. Yep. What was your favorite part of the game?
Yeah. So I went in thinking it would be social because, again, I'm a connector. I love people. Like, that's like my thing. I can read them. And while I was still able to do that, not as much as I thought, like not as well as I thought, because I was tired, y'all. I was tired. And,
not sleeping, not eating.
And the Karen came out. Karen is my mom, not.
Yeah,
that part came out. But honestly, it was the strategic part because, again, I am engineer. And I like my mind thinks very like logical. And I was like, okay, well, if we do this, then we need to do this as well because then it can result in this.
Running algorithms.
And it was like, it really was. I was like, okay, so these are different scenarios and I can do this and that. And then we need to have this backup plan to do this. And so that actually was like a puzzle for me. And it was so fun to like really put it all together.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, so then you asked a question on the last episode that has set the world on fire. Okay, that thing is on fire. And I see a lot of wording around, it reminds people of old school Survivor versus new school. For the people who are newer, what does that mean?
Yeah. So it's basically pre-pandemic and post-pandemic.
Okay, thank you.
Like,
because I didn't know when the differential line was.
That's kind of when it switched a little bit because at that point they were like, oh, there's a way to do the show a little differently.
Okay.
Because of the things they learned while, having to do stuff during the pandemic. And so, but I also think that, old school is basically seasons 1 through 40.
Okay.
And then you have the new school.
New school
which
is relatively new.
It's very relatively new. Yes.
Okay.
It's like literally from like 41 to 49.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, but I also think it's a little bit different style of gameplay as well. I think social media and things have actually had maybe an impact because now it's like you're very aware of like things that people can say, or like you're just more aware of different things. Where old school, like they ain't give zero F's.
Savage.
Like
Savages.
They're like, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I don't care what anyone.
That's what I remember.
World.
I watched the first season, and then one of the other ones, like I said, and I just remember it being more savage.
More savage. It is savage. It's cutthroat. Also, it was 39 days. 39 versus. That's also a like
How
a
long
different.
Was y'all?
26, baby. 26, and that.
Oh.
I was ready to go. I love. It was so much fun. I would do it again and again and again and again.
The first one's 39.
Like, the first ones were 39 days and it was 26. So I think it's just so different. Yeah, it's like a little different. And I think
you might have been more savage 30 come day 33.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of things that happened in our season where I feel like we had a lot of old school moments. If I'm just,
okay.
Yeah, I feel like we shout out to 49 because they the best people, the best humans.
What was the hardest part of the show?
I think I said being by myself. Like really, it truly was. And then also just not sleeping. So I know people get hangry, right? I don't get hangry. I prepared to not eat. I was eating 1 meal a day for a month.
You did. She was practicing fasting.
Like I was not. I basically just didn't eat, and so my stomach was like low key okay. Like I was hungry, but it wasn't impacting anything. The sleep. I didn't sleep for 24 days. I didn't sleep.
Oh, and that is so crazy. What was your favorite part of the show? I know it's hard to surmise into one, but if you're like, this is the thing, it could be a moment, it could be a challenge, it could be whatever. What was your favorite piece?
Okay, honestly, it was just the transformation in general. Coming in, not realizing, it's like you know that you can do it, but then you get out there and you're like, wait, can I do this? And then by the end, I was like, I can do this, And so it was honestly just that. In general, it was the whole transformation of it all, and then even seeing at the end, like, oh wait, I'm in the finale. Like, okay, wait a minute, And so
not only did she get on, she made it to the finale, guys.
So I think it was just seeing all of that and like really just the belief in myself that came out of it.
Looking back, is there anything you would do different? I think is a huge question, but is there anything you would do different?
I think that, oh man, I want to say that I would really play more savage, because it's so much not like me. Like I would.
She's
play,
a Hufflepuff, guys. Yeah, she's a Hufflepuff.
It's hard. It's so hard. And I want to say that, and I like maybe, but I'm afraid that, like you said, that Puff is gonna come right back and be like, no, but I gotta stay loyal to the soil.
Listen,
I would say that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe I get another chance. We'll see what happens.
We would love that. I would love for you to get another chance. Okay. Have you made peace with birds?
No.
Do you like outside?
No. No.
Great. Okay. So now that you can rough it and do anything by yourself, are there any other outside escapades or adventures that you want to try that you maybe wouldn't have tried before?
I think I've always been adventurous. So honestly, like, I don't think there's anything like new where I'm like, okay, I'll do this. I mean, honestly, I said I'll go camping, which is something I had never done. I've never wanted to do.
Which is so funny.
Now, like, if anyone wants to go to camping, I will.
I'll go camping.
Yeah, like, that's fine. I can do
Park.
that. Yeah,
but we could also go glamping, and that would be cute.
I would be okay with that as well.
A little cabin,
a little cabin.
Wonderful. All right, so let's see. Some more lines. So shout out to Eddie and Ryan for these last two of the last questions. How does the stress of mental agility, balancing alliances, strategy, conspiracy, weigh on your capacity to play and execute over time on the island?
Honestly, it all kind of like, it really merges together a little bit. And I think it's, for me personally, I think there's some people that do an excellent job of being able to like bounce back and do different things or whatever. But for me, it was really hard to separate emotional gameplay from like my actual emotions. And so honestly, it was really just like, I had to keep reminding myself. I'm in a game. Like, it's a game. I mean, the amount of times that I had to say like, it's a game. And I would allow, like, I was blessed to have like one person that honestly, not necessarily saying they were in my village at the time on the show, but they were non-judgmental with letting me have moments.
Which is space.
Which was still space.
That's like friendship. Yeah. You need that.
Yeah. And so it'd be like, okay, we're going to cry for 30 seconds. Aww. We're going to cry and it's going to be okay. And I'm not going to hold it against you in the game.
That's brilliant.
And so like even having that I was able to kind of bounce back from some things.
Which is so special. And I'm glad that you had that. And I think this next question just builds a little bit more on that. But how do you separate the deceptive side of the game from actually building real relationships with people? Because it seems like 49 is like actually really great relationships, like a bunch of friends. So it's like, is it just reminding yourself that it's a game, or how do you actually separate that?
One, it's a lot of talking to each other.
Communication,
it's a little communication. Yes, communication skills. That's actually something too that I've got out of the show, is that I am very like non-confrontational in real life. Like
you didn't know that before?
Okay,
all right. Continue.
I knew that I was non-confrontational. I'd rather just like internalize it and be like, okay, it's fine. Like, we're going to get over and keep it moving. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm going to tell people exactly what bothered me. And I think that's helped, like, with everyone. It's like, hey, no, this actually bothered me. And then now we're talking out, and now I'm like, okay, now I'm okay. I just needed you to know how I felt. But now I didn't say that. And now I'm okay. Yeah, exactly. And now I'm okay. And so I think that helped a lot, was just one, talking with that, and then two, remembering this is a game.
Yeah.
It's $1 million.
Yes.
It is a mess. It's not like
1 million.
$600,000 after taxes.
You know what I'm
saying? This is life-changing money. And so you have to remember that people are doing like
things to try to get the $1 million.
Yeah. Like, this does not mean it reflects your real life.
I hate you, Kristina.
Person. Yeah, it's like no, it's like, hey, I need you out because I want the money.
I think you're gonna beat me. Yeah. I need to get that money.
Give me my money. So I think that helps a lot too.
I think that's very special. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, honestly, this has been my life. I think you see the show.
Yes.
You see the show for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Okay. There were 3 or 4 months before that where we were preparing for the show to come out. Then there were weeks before that we were filming. And then there were months before that where you were getting ready to go on the show. And then you were applying for the show. So
it's been a year and a half?
For a year and a half, 2 years of my life,
moly.
like nonstop. And you don't see that. And so honestly, next is just rest.
Praise the Lord. I love that for you.
Rest.
You deserve.
It is rest. It is quality family time. Like, I am so excited to not be on a plane, and I'm probably going to end up on a plane, but I am excited for at least a few weeks to not be on a plane.
And I love that for you, and I hope that rest comes and joy and all that. I'm excited to see what you do next and choose to do with everything. But how can people support you? So, my followers, where do you want them to follow you somewhere? Are you still doing Mills Spills? What's going on?
Yes, the Mills Spills is coming.
Okay.
Soon. I don't know what I want to do with it just
Mills
yet.
Spills.
I know. I'm not like influencer type or anything like that, but I just want to see, like, what could it be, a platform? Like, what? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. But just in general, like, one, follow me. Yeah.
Where do they follow you at? What's your name?
Chris Mills 64, Instagram, K Mills Spills on Twitter, TikTok, Kristina Mills 49. I'm gonna figure out how to put all that together. My husband is in communications.
So he gonna shout out to Richie.
He gonna
work that out. Mr. Mills gonna work that out.
All the things, but just follow me, and honestly, just love on one another. Like, seriously, love on each other. Like, and do it in my mom's name, maybe. Like, if you're ever struggling or anything, just remember, like, I can be kind to somebody. I really can. It takes. I tell some of my not followers, but some people, if I get a mean comment, I'll say it takes 0 energy to be kind. 0. So be kind.
And the beautiful thing, so I wear my mom's jacket because I know we were going to talk about. I know we were going to talk about mom stuff today, but that was also my mom's energy. So like that just y'all be kind to people.
Little reminders that they're looking out for you
every time.
Yeah.
Every time. So y'all go be kind. Go follow Chris Mills 64, Kristina Mills.
Kristina
Why do I keep trying to call you Jackson, Lord?
You met me as Jackson.
I did. My brain just like reverted to the sorry, Richie. I respect you. But anyways, I love y'all. If y'all have comments, questions, go follow Kristina. Go follow Mills Spills. When they launch, you'll follow her and you'll get all the information. And thank you, twin.
Oh my gosh, this was so fun. Oh.
I'm so honored.
Love you, girl.
It's her first real podcast. So
I know, this is fun. This was so fun.